this evening with a little march. And we'll add our shoulder rolls going back. So we were discussing Iceland before class started. I don't know if anybody saw this, but on ESPN, they had a live stream of good and relax. We'll do our head tilt side to side next, of the actor who plays the mountain from Game of Thrones, Hafthor Bjornsson. He's an Icelandic strongman, and he went for the world record deadlift. We'll rotate next, looking over our shoulder. I guess ESPN is dying for any sort of content. And so he was streaming the attempt live from Iceland for a 501 kilogram deadlift. Good, and relax. We'll do our shoulder circles back. So if you can imagine, he picked up, what is that, almost 1,150 pounds for 501 kilograms off of the floor. Good, we'll switch to the other side. So for anybody who takes my classes and thinks that I'm strong, that's twice as much as I've ever done, even back when I was training with heavy weight. So there's always someone out there who brings the bar up just a little bit higher, right? Good, go ahead and relax. Cross in front, come up to a Y. So never get discouraged if the person next to you is lifting a little bit more weight, because there's always somebody out there who's lifting more than them. You can use it as motivation, but I watched it and ended up doing a extra workout afterwards, just because I felt like I had to do something. That got the adrenaline pumping just watching him lift it. Good, and relax. Little rotation next. In fact, speaking of sore calves, my calves are sore from the workout that I did. We all have to get creative during these times, of course. And since I'm in a building with 11 floors, I did 40 minutes of stairs in the stairwell, up and down the 11 flights. And I think my calves are still a little bit sore from that one. Good, and relax. All right, we'll do our Jane Fonda step next. Reach and pull with a kickback. But as a sports fanatic with nothing to watch, I have to admit, even competitive weightlifting was just something for me to pretend like I was watching my usual sports programming. One more each side. Good, and relax. All right, we're gonna do our hip opening series next. We'll come up, out, and around. 2 more times, up, out, and around. Last one, up, out, and around. Good. We'll go to the other side. Up, out, and around. Up, out, and around. Up, out, and around. Beautiful. All right, we'll put 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Rock and reach forward. Sit back into that stretch. And reach and stretch, reach and stretch. Last one, reach and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Switch those feet. We'll start on the other side. Reach and stretch, reach and stretch, reach and stretch. Last one, reach and hold at the bottom. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, first position again. We're gonna reach up and over, reach and relax, reach and relax. Two more, reach, relax. Last one, holding, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Switch those feet, other arm now. And reach and relax. Reach and relax. Two more, reach, relax. Last one, holding, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. So if you've got the space, go for your grapevine. I'm going to do a little curtsy lunge back and forth to warm up the hips. Either variation is fine. We're roughly getting a warm up for the same muscles, no matter which variation you're doing. The whole goal is to loosen up the hips and warm up all those little muscles around the pelvis. Good, and relax. All right, we'll get the shoulders going with the hips at the same time with that side step with jumping jack arms next. Again, you can travel the whole distance of whatever runway you have at home, or you can just go back and forth just like me. And relax. All right, last but not least, a little walking lunge or alternating step back lunge in place. If you're ready, go ahead and begin. Yeah, and just to show you the profile. Good. Yeah, just split enough to get a little stretch in the front of the hip on that back leg. One more each. And relax. All right, grab a sip of water if you'd like. We are doing 2 circuits today. 3 rounds each. 45 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. Our first exercise, dumbbell or band is fine. We're going to do our curl to press. Get all those muscles in the arms working, biceps, triceps, and deltoids. If the press is a little bit of an issue, just stick with that nice controlled curl. Next one, we're going to use a step. I'm using my stool, but you can go over to the bottom step, of course, with an alternating step up, weighted or unweighted. And then as always, if you want that extra challenge, you can throw in the knee raise as well. Gives you a little more of a balance challenge on that one. Third exercise in our mini circuit, we're going to get down on the floor for some bird dogs. So hands and knees, nice neutral spine, opposite arm, opposite leg extending, and then switching to the other side, keeping the belly button up so that you're engaging that core the whole time. All right. And we're going to get started at the top with our curl to press in just about 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Yeah. Nice and controlled. You can go a little quicker on that press up if you're looking for a little extra power creation in that movement, but especially on the way down, nice and controlled. By the way, we're looking at Vitality to, keep things fresh, add a couple new Zoom activities in. We've done Jeopardy, we've done the nutrition, Q&A. We did a cooking class this past Sunday. Good, and relax. Step up is next. So Aubrey was asking all of the trainers, what are some of their skills that they can do a class or host an event using some of their own personal skills. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Step up with or without that knee raise. So I mentioned, of course, in my 20s, I was a bartender. And so if you're interested, I am more than happy to do a session going over some summer cocktail ideas. So if you are interested in learning some new summer cocktail recipes, let Aubrey know, and we'll hold that event probably next Friday. And relax. Bird dogs are next. Take your time getting on hands and knees. And I promise I won't have you using any fancy bar equipment that you have to try and order off of Amazon. Ready? Begin. It'll be everything that you can do at home with equipment that you'd find in any kitchen. And nothing will have more than 4 or 5 ingredients. But if you're interested, let Aubrey know. Good. If you want to add a little pause at the extended part of this bird dog, you can hold for a few seconds. That'll just create a little bit more tension in the abs, holding that contraction. And relax. First round already done. Back at the top with our curl to press. And begin. Yeah. Excellent. Nice. Yep, good control. Nice full extension on that press. Looking good, everyone. Straight up towards the ceiling, keeping that posture, keeping the belly button in. We're never letting that belly loose while we're exercising, right? Always keeping the core engaged. And relax. Step ups are going to be next. And begin. Although if we do this class, I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with all of the cocktails at the end. I don't think I'll be able to drink all of them myself. Nikki's not drinking right now. Gabby's just a little bit underage. Maybe I'll have to seal a few of them up and send them to a lucky member. And relax. All right, bird dogs. Ready? Begin. And again, you can hold 1, 2, 3. And the other side, 1, 2, 3. If you need a little more challenge, you can even go to a 5 count on each side, holding. If you need more of a challenge in the core, because we should be feeling this in the stomach muscles. If you're not, first pick up the belly button to check and make sure you're using that core. And then secondly, you can add time holding that position if needed. And time. All right, one more round for our first mini circuit. And then we'll take just a short water break. Deep breath. Begin. Good. Yep. Awesome. Now we're all the way warmed up, right? Couple rounds in. All that blood is flowing through the muscles. Looking good, everyone. Nice. Just 10 more seconds. All right, and relax. Step ups for the last round. Ready and begin. And I'll trust if you're off the screen that you're just at the stairs doing this one, not taking a quick little juice break or something like that. No, everybody's looking good. 20 more seconds. And time. Last round of those bird dogs. By the way, I clearly am not ready. And begin. I clearly am not from a hunting family because I was doing this exercise for about 10 years before I put it together of what it was actually named after. And now that I found out, every time I do the exercise, I picture myself as a hound. I don't know what that says about me. Good, and relax. Let's take a little water break here. While you're taking a sip of water, I'll go over the next 3 exercises. First one, we've got a little Romanian deadlift. I promise we don't have to use 501 kilograms for this one. We're gonna drop those weights straight down to the toes as we keep a neutral spine, sitting those hips back with just very little bend in the knees for this one. The rule I follow is you wanna bend the knees before you bend the back, but keeping the legs as straight as possible, or as straight as those hamstrings will allow you to as you go down. You want to feel a little stretch in the hamstring, in the back of the thigh, at the bottom of the movement. Next one, we've got our bent over eyes. So bending over, eyes as in that Y, T, and I series. So straight arm with that bend, neutral spine angle. And we're just extending our straight arm back Squeezing the shoulder blades together and down as we do so that we don't overcompensate by rounding forward as we lift up. We want to avoid that. So open chest, straight back. Last exercise for the second mini circuit is a transverse lunge. So feet together to start. It's a pivot lunge. So if I'm stepping with this foot, the other foot's going to stay facing forward, and I'm turning the foot I'm stepping with and my shoulders to the side for a lunge. And then back to the other direction, rotating the other way. If that rotation is a little tough, just stick to a normal side lunge, alternating back and forth, all right? So we've got those 3 exercises. And again, the depth of that lunge is just going to depend on your body's personal range of motion. So we're going to get started at the top with our deadlifts in 5 seconds. Ready? Begin. Good. Squeezing the stomach and glutes as we stand tall. Less of a knee bend than a traditional deadlift, but that doesn't mean that the knees should be locked in extension. You want to keep a nice soft knee, so just a little bit of bend. And again, keeping those abs engaged, squeezing the glutes on the way up, so we're not using too much of the lower back in this movement. Looking good, yep, nice and tall on the finish, just a couple more reps. And time, beautiful. Take a breath. We're going to our bent over eyes next. So those straight arm kickbacks. Ready? And begin. Good, yeah. Exactly. Nice. Squeezing those shoulder blades together and down as you come up. So we're definitely going to get the long head of the tricep in the back of the upper arm. But we also, with that squeeze together of the shoulder blade, we're going to get the back of the shoulder working and in between the shoulder blades just a little bit as well. 10 more seconds. And relax. All right, exercise number 3, that alternating transverse lunge, or just a simple side lunge if the rotation is a little tough on the joints for you. Ready, and begin. And if I'm going off screen with that lunge, just remember, the knee doesn't go further forward than the toe on that foot you're stepping with. So we're getting strength and mobility with this exercise, right? Good. Everybody's looking awesome. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Beautiful. 1 round down already. We're going back to those Romanian deadlifts. Three, 2, 1, and begin. By the way, if you've never seen the Game of Thrones show before, and you don't know what this guy looks like, he is 6'9.5" and currently weighs 440 pounds with a 6-pack. So if you can imagine how much muscle mass that is. Let's just say he also used a few black market supplements to aid in his training. But even so, that's an incredibly impressive feat. And relax. Rest for a moment. Take a breath. Bent over eyes next. Begin. I'm over here just worried about getting those triceps in shape for summer. We'll do this one in honor of the boardwalk opening up next week. I might not be part of the guinea pig crowd that joins them, but just in honor of thinking of the beach, we'll get those arms nice and toned with this exercise. And relax. All right, take a breath. Our lunges are going to be next. If you're using a weight, holding it right at the chest, nice and high. And begin. Good. Yep. Nice controlled motion. Only going as deep into that lunge as the body feels it is able to. Of course, we want to challenge, but we want to stay healthy as well. 10 more seconds. And relax. Just one more round of the second mini circuit. Looking awesome so far. Get a quick sip and then we're back to those Romanian deadlifts. Ready? Begin. Good. Keep that chest open. Yep, avoid that back from rounding. Stomach and glutes nice and engaged, especially as you stand up. And relax. Beautiful. One down. Just 2 to go. Bent over eyes are next. Keeping that technique, even as we start to get a little bit fatigued. Straight arm. Begin. Good. Yep. And fight that urge to round the shoulders forward or stick the chin out as you extend the arms. Keep that strict form. Looking good, everyone. Yeah. Nice. $15 more seconds. Three, two, one, and relax. Last and final exercise for this second circuit. Our lunge. You're doing great. Just one more 45-second period here. And begin. Good. Yeah. And again, I see a couple people adjusting from that transverse lunge, perfectly fine. I know we're not in person, and I can't walk around and make individual corrections quite as easily, but you know your body well. So excellent job taking care of yourself and still working hard. All right, and relax. Excellent. Grab a sip of water. Take just a minute to catch your breath. For our finisher today, we're going to do a reverse pyramid of jumping jacks. All of those smiles that just came onto the screen after I said that. All right, so again, you can do full jumping jack, or you can do that side step out jack. You can limit the range of motion on the overhead movement if needed. We're not going to time this one. We're going to do it together and I'll pace it for you. But basically, we're going to start with 10 jumping jacks. Once we finish that, we're going to do as a second exercise 10 backboard taps. So that's either a little hop and reach up, or just a quarter squat into a toe raise with a reach up, if that impact from the hop is too much. So the second exercise is the backboard tap. Third exercise for a reverse pyramid is 10 skater hops or quick skater steps side to side, again, if you're avoiding the impact. All right, so that's round one, 10, 10, and 10. Then we're gonna do 9 jumping jacks, 9 backboard taps, 9 skater hops. And then the last round, we're gonna do 8, 8, and 8. So we did this one last month as a finisher for one of the workouts. We're just upping the number of reps that we're starting with. All right, I think we can do it. If you're ready, we're gonna start in just a second. If you've got tunes on in the background, crank them up for this one. Give yourself a little adrenaline boost. We're gonna start off with the jumping jacks first. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Backboard taps are next. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right, skater hops or steps are next. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. 10-second rest. Nine jumping jacks now. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Good. 9 backboard taps. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Good. 9 hops or steps, skater style. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Good. 10 seconds rest. A little tougher in socks out on this tile. If I slip and fall, just know I'll be okay. I'll get back up and we'll keep going. 8 jumping jacks. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Backboard taps next. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Finishing off, skater hops or steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Excellent job. Beautiful. Grab some water, catch your breath. Very well done with that finisher. Just a little bit to crank up the heart rate right at the end. That would have been exciting though, if you did see me just slide right off screen. Just a trainer pratfall to add a little entertainment to your evening. All right, so we're gonna do 3 stretches to finish off this evening. You can do this next one standing. I'm gonna do it seated. We're gonna do a tricep stretch. So again, it can be limited by range of motion. If it bothers the shoulder a little bit, just take it easy and don't crank the elbow all the way behind you. But I'm gonna reach one hand towards my back, and then I'm gonna grab the elbow with the opposite arm and pull it back until I feel a stretch on the back of the upper arm. I apologize if my arm is rubbing against the microphone on my headset. No, your computer or tablet is not giving you feedback out of the speaker. Good, relax. We'll go to the other side. Same thing. And from this side, just looks like this, pulling the elbow back. Good, relax. We're gonna do the same thing one more time, each side. Make sure you're breathing still. All right, one more time on the other side as well. Try to keep nice upright posture with this one. And relax. Good, shake those arms out for a second. We're gonna do a side lying quadricep stretch now for the front of the thigh. I'm assuming you don't have a stretching strap, but if you do, you can use it, certainly. Otherwise, lying on your side, extending those hips straight. I'm grabbing just the front of my ankle here, and then I'm pulling the ankle towards my bottom. Again, extending those hips straight. I don't want the top knee way up in the air, but just relaxed down. Getting a nice stretch in the front of the thigh here. And relax for a second. I won't make you flip to the other side. We'll do both sets on this one leg first. All right, stretching again for another 30 count. I don't want to give you the pancake treatment and make you flip back and forth, flipping over and over. We'll keep it simple. Good, relax. Going to the other side. All right, begin. Speaking of pancakes, I found a new recipe today. I made a big batch of these roasted garlic mashed potatoes, and they're not too bad for you. You use Greek yogurt instead of sour cream, and just a little bit of milk instead of a ton of cream and butter and all of that. And they came out really well with the roasted garlic in them. Good, and relax. Just for about 5 seconds, and then we'll go back into the stretch for the second round. All right, stretching again. And they turned out really nicely, but we did have a little bit left over. And so I saw a recipe for mashed potato pancakes. You just mix, well, you beat a couple eggs in with the mashed potatoes, and they pour out almost like pancake batter, get them nice and crisp on either side in the pan with, you know, a spray of Pam or whatever tiny bit of cooking oil you prefer. And they were delicious with a little extra dollop of Greek yogurt on top. Good, and relax. All right. Last but not least, we're gonna do a calf stretch. So you can do the runner's calf stretch against the wall with 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. I'm gonna use the step. And I'm just gonna put both my feet up and drop those heels down into that lowered position and just feel that nice stretch up the back of my calf muscle on either side, all the way from the heel to the knee almost. You get a nice stretch. It was just a fresh take on, you know, as someone who grew up going to Jewish delis a lot, it was just like a fresh take on a latke almost. Good, and relax. Just a little energy snack before my workout this morning. Good, take a moment, and then we'll do one more set stretching those calves out. I guess garlic is something that you either love or hate, but you put roasted garlic in anything practically, and I'm happy to enjoy it. Just a few more seconds here. Let those heels drop a little more if you feel like they're loosening up. Awesome. All right. Go ahead and relax. We are all done.